Okay, y'all, so we're gonna start out by putting down our stencil first. That's always the main thing, to make sure you have a good foundation to go off of while doing your portrait. Okay, now as we take it off, you want to take it off slow to make sure everything definitely did stick on how it's supposed to. And at the bottom, I just went ahead and drew on the words. And yes, we are starting out with a 7-round liner to do all the lettering. And as we start on the portrait, I start with my 13 curve mag to start blocking in the main bigger shapes and smoothing things out. And as you all see, as we start to approach the lips, I go down to my 7 curve mag or my 5 curve mag. And for details in the lips, I use definitely the 7-round liner for things that are real tight, like the mustache, things like that. It'll either be a 7-round liner or a 3-round liner to get the textures of the mustache, of the hairs. And as you all see, as we're approaching the nose, I go back to the 13 curve mag to start blocking in some things. But as far as the curves that shape the nose, I definitely use the 7 curve mag for that. And I also use a 7 or 5 curve to get the nostrils a little dark, but not solid black. Definitely don't recommend a solid black because it will definitely make your portrait very distracting and it'll take away from the overall image. You want everything to flow smooth so there's no hiccups along the way. As we approached the hat, I definitely did the brim with the 13 curve mag, but they also had some textures that I probably went back and touched up on the hat with the 7 curve mag. But I definitely didn't use black for those textures like the Gucci symbols and things like that. I definitely used like a medium tone to maybe a darker tone, but never full black. The only thing I really use full black in is maybe the eyes, like the pupils, things like that, or if it's like real dark shadows on the shirt. And as we start on our white, I definitely start out with my 7-round liner. I always use a new needle because it's definitely hard to wash out a needle and then go into white. So definitely use a new needle for this. And as you see, I added in the pupils, the little highlights I left in the pupil or the eyeball, I add a little white there. And one thing for sure I can tell you all, I always turn down my machine. If I was working at 8 volts or maybe 7 volts, I turn the machine down to at least 5 volts. So you move slower, but you also got more time to pack and layer the white into the skin. So definitely slow down your machine when you're packing in your white. That's one thing I did not know when I first started out tattooing, but over time I definitely learned that moving slower definitely help pack more ink into the skin. And that's another thing I want to tell you all, don't go white crazy because I'm only adding them into some spots, not even all the skin breaks that I left. But the main spots that tend to sit forward, like the nose, it pop more forward. You want the eyes to be seen, like the cheekbone structure. You want that to pop a little bit forward. So don't go white and add white all over your tattoo, because one is not meant to make your tattoo. It's meant to enhance your tattoo, just to add a little cherry on top. Don't go white crazy. Okay, you all, so we are all done. I make sure I definitely get my pictures towards the end of the tattoo. I try to get some progress shots along the way. But definitely when we're done, I make sure I get a recording and a picture to post some content like YouTube shorts for you all to keep you all updated with everything that I've done. But definitely, y'all don't want to miss out on y'all pictures.